You know, this is one of those topics that no one really wants to think about, but if you're a parent, a homeowner, married, or helping take care of aging parents, it's something that honestly deserves a little attention. I'm talking about estate planning. And before you tune out thinking it's complicated or expensive, that's actually why I want to mention Trust and Will. Trust and Will makes estate planning feel way less intimidating than it sounds. They offer modern, attorney-designed wills and trusts that you can create online. And the process is surprisingly straightforward. In fact, you can create a will in as little as 30 minutes. That includes things like guardianship for your kids or pets, how your assets are distributed, and even healthcare directives. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your loved ones with Trust and Will, the most trusted name in online estate planning. Go to trustandwill.com/future to get 20% off. That's trustandwill.com/future for 20% off. trustandwill.com/FUTURE.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Mike sent us a text message this morning. He wants the score of the Denver Nuggets game from last night. I'm going to do you two solids here, Mike. I'll give you the score here. The Nuggets won 137-132 over Portland. And then I'm going to tell you Sportsnet has a wonderful app, like where you can get the notifications.
Helps with the gambling.
Well, right. And right when you load in, like if you download that app for the first time, they'll ask you who your favorite team is.
Okay.
So, for example,
and it tailors it to you.
Right. Like a lot of apps.
Yeah.
So I got the Jets, the Habs, the 49ers, the Blue Jays, you name it. And then I get the notifications. So,
Are we Google now? People just ask us their questions?
Be honest, I canceled all my sports apps now that I got Philly doing the sports.
That's right. Why are we bothering to do the work ourselves?
Oh, man. And I'm not complaining. Because, hey, this back in the day, this was how you got your sports scores, your news. Everything was either the radio or the newspaper.
Yeah, he's old school.
So old school, that's totally okay, Mike. I'll give you any score you want anytime. How's that sound? That's how good we are. Welcome back
How
from
did the Red Sox do yesterday?
Okay, for Joe this morning. Welcome back from the Easter long weekend. I think a lot, I don't know how many people, what percentages of people were back yesterday versus today.
Yeah.
Be interesting to know. Our listeners will let us know, of course. 762-555. Is this, short work week for you, or were you back at it yesterday? I don't know. We were off yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to tell you the truth, traffic was fairly late coming into work this morning. I just think with a lot of people in that flex schedule now, too. I think traffic would have been late yesterday regardless, but federal employees, I think, had it off yesterday.
Yeah.
School was in session yesterday, so.
Like with flex, you mean like they can work at home if they wanted to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Work remotely, as people will call it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so even if you didn't, even if you had to work, if you can, why not work from home? Sure. And with the weather we've got coming this week, there'll be some people working from home.
Yeah, if you live west of the city, southwest of the city, it seems like it never ends. They're calling for 15 to 30 centimeters in the Parklands region and in the Inner Lake. We're looking at more like 2 to 4 today, tonight, tomorrow. But they're saying because of our temperatures, a lot of it might just melt when it hits the ground here in the city. So,
but that's good because I went for a walk yesterday and finally I'm seeing some dry pavement. Mm-hmm. You don't have to sidle up against a fence to get by a giant lake of a puddle.
Yeah, and you make a good point. Those who have to do a lot of walking, getting themselves to bus stops and use sidewalks a lot, it's been a
little rough to navigate.
It has been. So it's been nice to see the clearer roads and clear sidewalks. And here we go again, but it sounds like it's just the slushy stuff that won't stay. We hope.
I saw plus 10 for next weekend, by the way. Not to jump ahead, but
did you check the wind? That's the one thing you can't turn down in this province.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Got the AC/DC tickets going with only one of my buddies, Sasquatch. The Chiz bailed.
Sorry, no Chiz. Looking forward to seeing Chiz. But Sasquatch, make sure you introduce us, loud guy.
Well, someone on that row is going to need an odd number of tickets, and since Chiz isn't going, we're back to even numbers in that row.
Yeah, good.
I saw some highlights on my algorithm over the weekend of AC/DC in Argentina.
Ooh.
And the entire crowd was Highway to Hell, I believe, was singing every note, as
Of course.
will happen at an AC/DC show. But I'm looking at that and I'm like, ooh, Princess Auto Stadium, you got big shoes to fill.
Got you excited?
Yeah, I got me pumped for that show.
But did they have a loud guy in Argentina? That's a noise bylaw issue here. He's loud.
Okay, Siren with a request for Crazy Craig and his movie reviews.
Morning, PJV. Hope everybody had a great Easter weekend. Siren calling in here, just letting movie critic guy know that some people like a movie, some don't. Some like a restaurant, some don't. But after you give your rating, don't give out the storyline of whoever got kidnapped, and that's ruining a lot of people's thought going into watching the movie.
I don't know that.
Cuts out.
Yeah. Oh, is that the
siren?
siren?
Out.
Does he hit a certain level?
Yeah, he's going to have to bring it down a bit.
Well, yeah, that might be impossible.
You were going to say sorry, Vicki, but
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that ruined. Like I saw it after I heard about that. That's just what the plot is. I don't know.
Yeah. I'll try to sometimes, even if Crazy Craig gives what I deem too much info in his review, I'll try to edit some of it out. But I don't think he's spoiled any movies so far.
There's always going to be criticism when you're the top movie critic in Manitoba. I mean, didn't somebody come at him for marking them out of 11? But that's his gimmick.
That's his gimmick.
Sure.
Yeah.
He went 7 out of 11 for the last Mario movie, right?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
I thought he went. Oh, maybe he went 6 and then moved it to 7. Yeah.
We'll get Vicki's review on that because she saw it over the weekend coming up this
I'll
morning.
try not to reveal too much.
Yeah, Vicki, jeez. Bobo wants to talk about his dog a little more here.
Hey, it's Bobo. My wife, Karen, who's not a Karen, suggested that we get a DNA test for our Freya the rescue dog. And you have to send in a photo of your dog, which I thought was kind of odd because when you do a human test, you don't send a fucker's picture of yourself.
Yeah.
But anyway, but a month later, we get a report back that our dog is a brown brindle dog. And it's about 100 different breeds, from everything from a Great Dane to a poodle. I'm serious. It really did. That was $200 well spent.
Well,
inconclusive.
A lot of people have spent money on Ancestry.com.
That's right.
Finding out.
He's so right, though. Like, there's something suspect about the picture. Like, they just they just looked at the picture, right?
Absolutely.
And said, $200.
Okay, Guilty brought us some hats on Friday. No, Thursday.
Beautiful hats.
Thursday.
Yeah.
And they were, And look, there was some confusion on our Facebook page because Guilty's been calling them sombreros, but and they're not the sombrero that you think of when you see them.
They're more like fedoras.
But isn't a sombrero? Isn't sombrero just the word for
hat?
The Spanish word for
yes,
hat.
That's hat in Spanish. Sombrero.
But when you think sombrero, you're thinking Marty Short and Steve Martin and Three Amigos.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, here's Guilty.
Boom. All right, hey, I noticed we got more likes on our chapeau sombrero handoff than most of your posts. Anyway, the point is when Iron Mike was escorting me through the building, you guys had to go back on to work. Him and I were talking about race of the century, everything else, and how to follow up. And he said, Philly will never race me again. He's scared of getting beat for sure by somebody my age. So I thought of a great idea. Flag football. We get the Philly team, the Guilty team, and we go at it. Joe, go long. I'll fake it to you. All right? Let's do this.
Go deep, Joe.
Yeah, I'll be going long, all right.
Oh, man.
Always got the ideas. That guy never stops thinking.
Well,
he's a real brainstormer.
He wanted us to play tennis last time we talked.
I do want to mention this because it was on the Bone Phone that it came up as a hot topic, but it was always about the LED lights and how bright they are. And somebody just sent this in on the Boston Pizza text line. But Transport Canada is actually doing a survey up until the 20th of the month about the blinding of the headlights.
Oh, I got to go.
So if you want to take part in this, and
I'll
we
see if I can
get,
post the link.
Yeah, we did get a ton of calls about this. So I guess it's, and then of course Vancouver started the whole ball rolling outside of the bone phone. So
They're looking into that as well. Okay, that's good news, honestly. The hooligan. We'll wrap with this. And for the love of God, stop bugging the hooligan while he's eating.
Yeah, I made a call maybe a few months ago about I was on break, and a coworker grabbed my water bottle, like saying he's going to drink it, and how I snapped because, his hands weren't clean, and I'm very hygienic, So my hands are always dry. Anyways, so, this has been going for quite a while now. I don't think my break, Bob and I are the only two guys that start at 7, the rest of the shift comes in later. So we would go break at 10 and 1, but I go Cyber Glove overtime, so I go different times. So there's always a couple of guys. I'm on break by myself, like to watch the news and not hear anybody else's bullshit. And they always come up, lean over my food. Oh, that smells really good. What do you got there? And made it yourself, and like breathing over, like back the up. Like I would never do that to anybody. Lean over their food, and like breathing on it, like have some manners and courtesy.
Mm-hmm. Well, your food looks good. Do you guys do that? Will you walk up to somebody and look at their food and say, hey, like, what do you got there?
Oh, I would probably do that, especially if it was something unique that I hadn't seen before. It smelled really good.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
But maybe the space is what the issue is here with hooligan compared to others. Some people have a wider berth they need around food. Phil's one of those guys. He won't complain if you come close to him, but he'll turn around in a corner. And
I'll bite your arm off. You get too close.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Good morning, Margaret.
Good morning.
You are our Tuesday morning, our first contestant for Take the Money and Run. Are you excited?
I am.
Now, without telling us your answer yet, have you made this decision early on, or are you going to make a last-minute one?
A last-minute one.
Okay, very good.
Are you
Still
known
undecided.
to change your mind, Margaret?
On occasion.
Okay. Listen, it's a no-lose here. This might be the easiest decision you have to make today. Do you want $100, or do you want to take your chance and maybe win 6400?
I'm going to take a chance.
You're putting it back.
Take the chance. Okay.
Very good. All right.
Yep. That puts you in the big draw, Margaret. What were you weighing? Tell us a little bit about your mental struggle this morning.
Well, I could use 6,400 a lot more than 100.
Sure.
Bang.
Couldn't we all?
Mm-hmm.
Then back to the other tough decision. Butter or margarine?
Oh, butter.
Yeah,
all day long, eh?
All the way.
Well, Margaret, you're in the big draw. Thanks for playing this morning, and good luck.
Thank you so much, and have a great day.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast. Here's what's trending with Philly Joe and Vicki.
We've got some Manitoba space news, which doesn't come around too often.
Joe loves space. Did you know that?
I'll tell you, I've been following this Artemis II story, but closer than I usually do, and it's science. I'm not really big on space, not bad. But they're having a few problems. The toilet broke.
Yeah, it's fixed now.
Well, I guess, but I'm going, there's only so many people on this place. Like, you can't call a plumber.
Yeah.
No.
You got to do this work yourself.
I love that you said you were following it, but then got the name of the mission wrong.
Whatever. Either way, what did I call it?
Artemis.
Oh, instead of Artemis. Sorry, I just misspoke.
You just had a wild weekend, I'm sure. So a local artist named Henry Guimond from Sag King First Nation designed a mission patch for the Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen that he took aboard the Artemis II mission. So I guess Henry got a call from Hansen, and originally he thought he wanted a painting, because whose mind would ever go to, oh, you want me to design a patch to go into space?
It looks good.
It looks great. The photo's up on our Facebook page. Apparently it took him about 200 hours to finish the design, because you want to make it good, right? This is a big deal. So go check that out on our Facebook page. also posted on our Facebook page, you can see a list of the food that the astronauts have up there.
Yeah, is it any good?
It's pretty good. The beverage options alone are insane. There's like 10 different beverage options.
Wow.
And they have rules for food that they can bring up there. Everything has to be shelf stable because they don't have a fridge. It has to be easy to eat and prepare, and no crumbs. Because remember when Homer Simpson went into space and he opened the chip bag and they went everywhere and they're like, they're going to destroy the equipment or whatever.
Right.
That's a real thing.
If I can't have crumbs, I don't know that I can eat.
Hey,
like I'm a messy eater.
They can't shower
Yeah.
up there
I
either.
couldn't do
Like-
that.
Really?
And they've had problems with farting apparently because you got to watch for gas. It's it could blow the place up.
Oh, God.
It's crazy.
Imagine like dying because of that.
Yeah.
Because you
Because of
farted in
farting?
space.
Depending on what you're eating. That's why that food list is very important.
Yeah, I guess so. The thing that
There's no broccoli on that list, is there?
you know what?
Or cauliflower.
There is quiche. Actually, there is cauliflower.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
They're
That'll
done for.
Cauliflower's nowhere near as bad as broccoli. Broccoli stinks.
One thing I thought was weird, though, is they have couscous up there. Is there anything more like small and easy to drop out of your mouth than couscous?
I
It's
don't
like-
even know what couscous is.
It's like quinoa, like little grains.
Oh, right, yeah.
There's no chance of it hitting my mouth. So
There's no popcorn, right? There's definitely no popcorn.
No
there's
popcorn.
not.
Yeah.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Speaking of the highway, let me tell you, Vicki, your social media game is straight fire this morning.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Joe, back me up. Like, have you looked at our Facebook page?
I think Vicky's made life easy for a lot of people, like putting up the survey today from Transport Canada. The link is there. You don't even have to Google it. It's right there. Good
Easy
for you.
to find. They want your opinions on LED headlights and how it's impacting your driving experience. And I know a lot of people, we've talked about it on the Bone Phone.
I think
have
the
issue
biggest.
with it.
I think the biggest help that came from the Bone Phone was when somebody or a few people suggested that you could get them re-aimed or calibrated at your favorite service station.
Yeah, that's right. And you're right, Joe. It came in on the Bone Phone, or not the Bone Phone, the text line this morning, the Boston Pizza text line, that this survey exists.
Yeah.
The Transport Canada has thrown this survey out. Vicky found it. There's an easy link now on our socials. I'm just doing the survey now. I know, Vicky, you're working your way through it.
I just did it, yeah.
Do you have a valid driver's license? Which is your most common form of transportation, okay? Now this is where it starts getting into the nuts and bolts, guys. Which are your main safety concerns, if any, when using the roads at night? Select up to 3. So,
What are you picking over there?
Well, I'll tell you, a bunch of these are of concern.
I could probably check
Yeah.
off all of them, really. But
All
I
of
think
the
they
above?
only let you do 3, right?
That's
on that
how some of
question?
us got through multiple choice
Yeah.
exams. All of the above.
Yeah, if all of the above is an option, it's usually the right option. It's true.
So I went impaired driving,
Yeah.
weather conditions, and glare from vehicle headlights
Yeah.
on that one. And that's what they're trying to see how many people are actually concerned about these LED lights. I think it's an issue. If you go by our Bone Phone, it is most certainly an issue.
Yeah.
Over the last 10 years, do you feel like it has become easier or more difficult to see the road while traveling at night?
Well, too, pedestrians are allowed to take this survey too. It's
They
not
are.
just for other
Yeah, that's
drivers.
a good point.
You know, it's interesting because do you get more affected by these LED lights obviously coming at you, but do you think part of the problem is because of what we use now for street lights? Because it's a lot dimmer with the street
Yes.
lights than it used to be. It's a lot darker. If you're out there walking, it's harder to see pedestrians walking their dogs,
Sure.
for example.
Maybe.
How
in
did
the
that
evening.
happen? How did the car lights get brighter and the street lights get dimmer?
Yeah.
I know, let's just say the new portions of the perimeter, do you guys notice those are more well lit than the older chunks
Yes.
of the perimeter? And I
haven't noticed.
like it when a stretch of highway is well lit.
Totally.
Like you go through an area of the perimeter that's very well lit, it's nice.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It depends how big of an issue this is for you. And I think it'll vary if you're one of these people with the LED lights. Although we've had people call the Bone Phone who have the new LED headlights and say, I'm sick of people flashing their brights at me. I can't do anything about my LED lights.
Yeah.
They were on my new vehicle. So obviously everybody can take this survey. I think it's coming at a good time.
Street
Definitely.
lights will be a whole different survey.
Yeah. I was going to say, would you save that conversation for another day?
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
And at 7:45 this morning with the completely useless question, Burt Block Party tickets.
Yeah, and then I think something just came in this morning that Poncho, by the way, will have a concert announcement at about 10 o'clock today for a fun show. If you like your local legends, you'll love this.
Okay. Excited. Poncho's got good hair, by the way. Do you guys know that about Poncho?
Does he? Always have.
Yeah, he's got good hair.
Always had.
Yeah, he's got the mane, the big beard and the big mane.
Yeah, it's part of his trademark now. Like if he ever shaved his head, you'd have to look twice and go, wow, that's Poncho?
Yeah.
It's good to have that option if you ever need to like flee town or something like that. You're known for long hair and a long beard. You shave it off, you're a whole different person.
Yeah. You see that in the odd movie.
Yeah.
Or they dye.
The
They dye their hair or something.
Sure.
Yeah. But cutting it, you're right. Shaving that beard.
Shave it all off.
I never thought of that.
He's a new man.
I'm in a good position if I ever have to run from the law because of my beard. I could just buzz it off like Richard Kimball from The Fugitive. He buzzed the beard right off. You can't recognize him.
If you got rid of the beard and put in some contact lenses, I think you'd have a whole different look.
Well, even I wear a hat every day.
Yeah.
Like Iron Mike always says, when I don't wear a hat, he barely recognizes me. Imagine if I shaved my beard and started combing my hair.
How many passports do you have? That's the other key right there. From how many different countries?
Like Jason Bourne?
Yeah.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Artemis II. Vicki has the crew menu up at the 92.1 City Facebook page. I'm assuming Instagram.
No.
No, just Facebook.
What do you want from me?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw you under the bus. But no, and we were chatting about it in Scrollin before 7 o'clock and some of the food options they have aboard. I'm stuck on the idea you can't shower or fart. Like, next you're going to tell me I can't clear my throat when I wake up on Artemis II. Like,
I wonder if they take special precautions, like dietary precautions or something to limit the gas?
Well, if you look at the food list, though, it doesn't sound like it. I also read that I guess the size of the room they're in is basically if you'd look like a minivan. It wouldn't be much more room than that for all of them.
Tight.
And they say that, flatulence could be a problem because you have to monitor the smells, too. So when the toilet broke, you'd have to monitor the smells because of all the gas buildup in that because it's all flammable.
Right. So you were saying, Joe, and you're on top of this Artemis thing. You were saying
just the fart part of it.
I don't know about that.
That the gas is dangerous from farts.
Yes, because the whole place could light up.
But we all know everybody would deny it. You were going to say, Vicki?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking at some of the foods that are on there. Broccoli au gratin, which is like, is that when there's a cheese sauce on it?
So you double whammy right there.
Yeah, boom.
Cauliflower, boom.
Vegetable quiche, that's got to do something to you.
Even just mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
sure.
Well, what about coffee? Coffee's a diuretic.
Yeah.
So that's going to make your bowels move.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't realize the space was that tight.
And also the crumb thing is something I never really thought about before. Instead of bread, they have tortillas because they're less crummy than bread would be.
I'm looking at some of the treats, though. If you have a sweet tooth.
Oh, yeah.
How about that? Cobbler. Like, what is this? Like first class on a plane? You're
Space
getting
cobbler.
Yeah, no kidding. They have the
want
chocolate
that.
cake.
You mean you're not making a cobbler tonight when you get home?
Candy-coated almonds and cookies. You know what, though? I think it's one of them put it in their rider. Say, listen, if I'm going to do this Artemis thing,
Well, you're
better be
away from
cobbler.
home, like really away from home. You want the comfort foods, right?
They're gone a while.
But you just killed it for the astronaut, his family, because let's say his wife was going to make him something nice when he came home, his favorite, or his mother.
Yeah.
Cobbler. Took it right off the plate because they had it up in space.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
60% of people said they would never buy this used. Would never buy this used. Not a big purchase item. I'm going to give you a nice clue right off the get-go. We're not talking about a vehicle.
Or a mattress. Okay. That was my first instinct.
60% of people said they would never buy this used, and it's not a big purchase.
No back alley is complete without a mattress laying there. But that's not the answer, Joe. 780 City. Good morning. Do you have a guess for us?
Good morning. Can I have a lifeline, please?
Sure, Philly, Vicki, or the Boston Pizza text line.
Let's go with Vicki.
Well, so it's not super expensive. I'm kind of thinking in the kitchen, like an appliance, like a blender.
No.
No, sorry about that.
What about
Not an air fryer either. I'm thinking
Okay.
that, or
Thanks
a
for the
toaster
clue.
oven.
Yeah.
Those are all off the list.
Those are all.
It's not an appliance.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, appliance. Okay. I was going to guess a juicer. Good morning, City.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, you.
Good. I was thinking hair clippers.
No, not hair clippers. That's a great answer.
Oh, yeah. I think things to do with hygiene, too. You don't really want those secondhand.
It's ringing.
Yeah.
It's ringing.
It's
all
ringing
right.
on. Now you're on the air. Go ahead with your guess.
Oh, no. Okay, Philly, help me out.
Okay. Let's go with a travel mug, a Go mug, a Yeti.
Yeah, good one.
It's not. But you're actually driving down the right road here.
Oh, okay.
So
And it
there's
couldn't
a-
be a coffee maker because he said no appliances. So
Right.
It's not that road.
No.
Morning.
Morning. Hey, can I get a lifeline?
Sure.
Philly, please.
Philly. Okay. So travel mug was driving down the right road, as Joe put it. Tupperware.
Not Tupperware.
That's what I was going to say, too, yeah. All stained with red sauces.
Oh, I love that. That's the best kind of
Well,
Tupperware.
are you kidding? There's still margarine containers with masking
Yeah.
tape labeled tomato sauce in my dad's freezer.
And heaven forbid you cook with turmeric. That stains everything it touches.
No kidding.
780 City, 780-2484. Hello.
Well, let's go with Philly. Can we go with Philly?
Oh, wow. Okay. So was Tupperware closer than Go mugs, or was Go mugs closer than Tupperware?
Well, they're both things you can take on the road.
Both things. A lunch bag.
You're a lot warmer now
Oh, wow.
than you were.
Okay.
Oh.
3 lifelines.
Hello, City.
All right, we give Philly one more shot at it.
Oh, my
Oh, wow.
God.
You're on the hot seat today.
Yeah.
We only got that'll leave one lifeline.
Mm-hmm. And what was a lunch bag was my
Lunch
That's
bag,
the
yeah.
warmest out of all.
Mm-hmm.
Some you travel with, right? Lunch bags.
Yeah. Let's say a briefcase, something along those lines.
Not a briefcase, something a little bit more casual. Okay? One lifeline left.
780 City, Burt Block Party tickets. Hello.
Good morning. Is it a fanny pack?
It's not a fanny pack. This is a little bit more mainstream than the fanny pack.
Okay.
A little bit more hip than the fanny pack.
Oh, I think I know.
And used by all ages.
780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Can I get Philly?
Last chance with Philly.
A backpack.
Yep. Bingo.
Oh, yeah. Used
Backpacks.
backpack? Gross.
60%
Really,
of people would
I
never.
just think like they get such wear and tear. You're putting it on the ground, you're taking it, whatever, and all the stuff that spills in it.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I don't know. They get a lot of use. And maybe too
60%.
much.
It's only over half.
And if you've got to go, like if you have a long day, you might even put extra underwear in there.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So I can.
Or you use it as a gym bag for your
Mm-hmm.
like dirty clothes or something. I don't know. I wouldn't want to have a used backpack.
A lot of people use it to travel, right, as their
Yeah.
carry-on nowadays, too. So, yeah, who knows? But it's only 60%. So almost half would have said, yeah, I can buy a used,
Yeah.
well,
Well, and
backpack.
you've got a separate gym bag that you use whenever
yeah.
you're going, right?
Yeah, it depends which gym I'm going to. I've got 3 different bags I like to use.
One for cardio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
me.
One for
my
yeah.
Louis Vuitton one is for the expensive private gym.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
Going back to Artemis, we were talking about the food that's available for the astronauts on Artemis and had a lengthy discussion about it. Also talking about how you got to really watch your farting on Artemis because it's gas and it's not
Some
safe.
people are calling it now Fartemis.
Right.
Oh, it was right there. How
It
did
was
we
right
not
there
see
in
it?
front of us, and I just found it.
Oh man.
Gold. Someone on the text line says, can't imagine weightless sleeping or having one of those deep sleeps where you wake up and have no idea what's going on or where you are only to realize you're in space.
Yeah, I was messaging with this person of how they sleep there. I think they're like strapped to the wall, right? Because there's not really
Yeah.
room for beds
I'll
there.
tell you, I would not have gone without my Sleep Country pillow. I went away this weekend and I missed my pillow.
Oh,
What about your your sleep apnea machine.
No, I didn't bring it with me.
Could not. That'd have to be strapped to the wall of the ship.
That'd be
too.
like, I bet you there was flickering lights in Artemis too if somebody brought their CPAP machine there and their distilled water.
You know what I noticed about this list? Because if you go to our Facebook page, you could see all the food and drink that they brought with them or whatever. No Tang. So many beverage options, no Tang. How did Tang screw up their relationship with NASA? That was the thing, the drink of the astronauts.
Because over the years, sorry, Joe, Tang has been too much sugar. It used to be like that
it's
was
not
what
healthy.
we were pushing that on the kids back in the day.
Yeah.
Is it even possible Tang anymore? Like, is it?
I think they do still sell it.
Well, I've never I don't
find it.
Yeah, I'm sure it's out there, right? But I mean, it used to be a staple with vodka until orange concentrate became a thing. Remember?
Right. They certainly don't market it Tang as much as they used to. That's for sure.
That's a shame.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicki podcast.
All right, Vicki, put you on the spot. We know.
Oh, boy.
We know Crazy Craig in his movie review on Thursday before the long weekend gave the new Super Mario Brothers movie a 7 out of 11.
Yeah. I think he was a little too generous.
He wanted to give it a 6, but then felt too mean and slapped it. I think what affected him, if I can read between the lines and extrapolate what Crazy Craig was trying to say, is there's a lot of kids in that theater, he said, and they all seemed to be loving it, and so he felt bad giving it a 6.
No, I think 6 was more accurate. I agree with him that the movie looked spectacular, just beautifully done, but there was really not a compelling story in this one. They separated a lot of the characters to go on different journeys, so that kind of took some momentum out of it. Too many
much
fight scenes.
Clutter. Too many fight scenes. And no such criticism exists.
Well, there's just no story to back it up, so you don't have a lot of stakes in it.
Gotcha.
And then I feel like they were really trying to shoehorn in a lot of Nintendo universe characters. And I don't know a lot about the side characters in other games and everything, so I think it was kind of lost on me. But they were just trying to do too much, and it just wasn't as good as the first one.
Okay.
Did you ever have thoughts about Luigi Primo, the professional wrestler, and his mustache when you saw Super Mario?
I always have thoughts about him now.
He shows up on my reels, on my algorithm all the time, that wrestler.
Yeah.
The movie did some big box office, though, as you mentioned.
Huge,
And,
yeah.
I mean, it was our spring break here in Manitoba, so
Yeah,
busy
the theaters were busy with it. And you know what? I took my nephew. He enjoyed
loved it?
it. I think a lot of the kids, they don't expect much from a movie. They're not doing the deep dives that we do as adults when we're a little more jaded, maybe. But I still am glad I saw it.
Was Bowser in there throwing fireballs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's we all grew up on Super Mario, right? So we know the cast and characters. Was there some characters you didn't even you weren't familiar with, Vicki?
And then there would be a reaction from the rest of the audience in the theater, and I'd be like, I guess that's another thing.
Lame.
Yeah, I don't know.
How did you not know that stuff?
I think they're trying to kind of make it like the Marvel universe. Let's bring all these characters in so we can spin them off later.
okay. More importantly for me than the movie itself, your snacks.
Mm-hmm.
What did you go with? Your usual?
Both had a small popcorn and a water. Yeah, we
You
kept
didn't
it
even
pretty
add the
easy.
candies.
No,
not this time.
Okay.
We had a lot of junk food planned throughout the weekend, so we paced ourselves.
An Auntie Vicki adventure.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. No pop, just water.
It was 11:30 in the morning.
Who cares? It's never too early for a nice big orange soda.
You got a pretty good nephew then, because I know some uncles or aunts that'd be drinking at 11:30 in the morning, taking their kid to the movie.
The Philly Joe and Vicki podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ&V into more ears. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicki.
An Alberta Clipper is on its way to Manitoba. We wish we could set up a roadblock and not allow it into Manitoba, but it's coming. Some parts of Manitoba, what was it, particularly
Parkland.
The Parkland area, Joe, we're going to get hit really hard.
Yeah, heavy snowfall to parts of western and central Manitoba. It seems that they will get the brunt of it, 15 to 30 centimeters. Winnipeg itself, you could see 2 to 4 today, 2 to 4 tomorrow, maybe a little bit more, but a lot of it will come down in the form of melting and rain tomorrow. So it'll get a little slushy, and the wind going to be a strong one. And if you're traveling out west or central in the next 24 to 48 hours, road conditions could be tough too. We even heard from Big N out in the Parklands area, and he said it looked like it was coming. So,
And again, because we know somebody will point it out on the Boston Pizza text line, there were news stories a couple of weeks ago that we could use a late starting spring.
And we can use the moisture.
Which we are certainly getting. I think we can all agree that spring is dragging its heels for sure.
Do you guys ever move the snow around in your yard so it melts faster?
I thought about doing it this weekend. I looked around, parts of the lawn are bare.
Yeah.
Just I can see the grass, and then other parts have like a huge snowdrift on them. So I have done it before.
Yeah. I tried to do it, although a lot of the snowbank was kind of solidified, so it was tough to do yesterday.
It's hard. Joe?
But I just want it gone.
I'm just too lazy. No.
People have started calling Artemis II Fartemis. Well, I don't know how many people, but
I did.
Joe did this morning.
The three of us.
Because you're not supposed to be, and it makes sense. What did we find out? That their living space, these astronauts, is the size of a minivan?
Yeah.
You can't have one of the astronauts gassy. Like, that's not going to be a comfortable, and it's not safe.
Yeah. Flatulence, gas, and flammable.
Yet they piled them high with cauliflower and broccoli.
That
au
I
gratin.
don't understand.
Yeah.
Very strange. Crowding while eating. The Bone Phone Hooligan said this morning, like, don't hover over me while I'm eating. And he was talking specifically about eating food at work and people going, oh, that looks good. What is that? He doesn't want that.
Did he ever say what he had for lunch?
Did not tell us.
I'm kind of curious now.
We'd like to know. But do you guys, are you a fan of people asking you? Because I will do that. Like, for example, I went in to get my skate sharpened, or my kids' skate sharpened the other day at Pro Connection, and I asked Cole, the guy who sharpens skates, he had his lunch on the go. I'm like, what do you got there? It smells good. Do you want people doing that when you have your lunch out?
Yes.
I think that's okay. I think what the question was with Hooligan was the space. Like he said, they were hovering over him, and if you feel like somebody's looking over your shoulder, no matter what they're doing, it could create some anxiety. That's the impression I got.
I think so.
Breathing on it, and he's
keep your distance.
But I will say this, Cole doesn't like you at Pro Connection. He says you ask too many questions. No, he's a great guy.
He's asking about my lunch. Who is this guy? Transport Canada has launched a survey on LED lights.
Yeah, the link's up on our Facebook page to make it easy for you if you've got some issues, or if you like them, I suppose. Anyone can take this survey, whether you drive or not.
It's great if it just happened to you, too. You're going to have to wait about an hour and a half, though, till the white dots leave your eyes before you get to the survey, but might be a friendly reminder.
And 60% of people say they will never buy a used backpack.
Yeah.
That was in the completely useless question today. And I think, can I just say that I think families for their kids, parents, would be more apt to buy a used backpack than say, I think maybe than you
really?
Than adults. I don't know.
I just think of the backpacks in my life. They really got some wear and tear on them. Like they were used to oblivion. So
that's probably the reason why the number is just above 50%. Because you're right. It's someone else's wear and tear. But you'll see some cool backpacks there that people will buy for nostalgia's sake.
That's
maybe
true.
not necessarily used. Just a couple of entertainment notes. Great Outdoor Comedy Festival announced some new talent. You can check out the Facebook page and win some tickets for this summer. And we've got another announcement. Well, not us, but our good buddy Poncho at 10 o'clock, which is a local favorite. So
stay tuned for that with Poncho. That is what we learned today.
The Philly Joe and Vicki Podcast.
For more Philly Joe and Vicki, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.